Hello and good morning, everyone. Good to see ya. Paul Trani here. I'm going to dive into today's masterclass, and thank you so much for joining me. Hello, Michelle, Carol and Steve, Garth, Jessica. Happy Friday it is. Frank, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, everybody. I'm so happy that you are here. Just checking everything like we do to make sure it's all working, including ourselves. Had some hot coffee. All right. So, audio and video are good. So you should also be able to see my screen right here as well. So we'll get into this. I have a lot going on, and we're going to have some fun today. So glad that you guys are here, of course. And yeah, we're going to dive into sort of a recreating popular logos and things like that. Well-known brands. It's all about well-known brands. You can see one right here, which happens to be good old Instagram. And then you can even see this logo. So I'm kind of giving away a little bit just by showing you this stuff, right? But again, just kind of positioning everything, and we'll kind of see how these logos were made, maybe, possibly. I don't know for sure, but at least how I would make them. And kind of see the components that it takes to make up various logos. So that is the goal. Hopefully that works for you guys. All right, let's get rid of that artboard. Here we have all these lovely artboards and all these lovely designs. Let's just turn on some of these and let's get to work, shall we? Oh, you like my shirt? Thank you. That's so nice of you. And here we are. Welcome if you're joining me from elsewhere. Let's check. Oh, yeah, there we go. Afrosia, thank you. Doing double duty. I see you both places. Sweet. All right, turning these on. And yeah, I'm giving away some of this, but that's okay. So this will be kind of fun. I have this artboard over here. We'll recreate one of these. We'll put that right down there. But here are all my artboards. And we'll kind of dive into this. All right, how's everybody doing? Good? There we are. Cool. Maybe I'll be on this side, maybe I'll be on the other side. I'm just getting warmed up today. So today is our design masterclass. We're going to be, how am I doing this fine Friday? I'm doing pretty good. I'm happy and healthy. So hopefully you are as well, huh? So yeah, that is the plan. And maybe we will hide that. So I don't want to give all this away. I've shown some of this on Instagram already. So yeah. One Mario's asking about the file, the new show, the intro, how to learn how to do that sort of animation. Yeah, I always say follow Evan Abrams, because he's the, well, and Jason Levine, of course. Follow Jason Levine, Evan Abrams, look for their live streams, do a search. Yeah, I haven't gone through sort of how to make it or anything like that. But it's a lot of text animation in After Effects. So. All right. Matthew's just on his way to the ER, but wanted to stop in and say hi. What does ER stand for, huh? All right, so let's kind of take a look at popular brands. If you guys don't mind, we're going to do this right now. And I'll just make sure. This is what I mean, and I'll just do a quick search. Most popular brands. Let's do that. 2021. We can search through all these images. This is kind of how like all of these logos were made, and then how we can make them as well. We can see some over here, right? Recognizable brands, what it takes to make them, and then we'll break it down. So I'm just kind of clicking through some of these, right? A lot of these. I've made this Twitter logo before as well. But let's kind of do this. I thought I was going to turn this into kind of a game too, just to be like, hey, you know what logo is this? So you tell me what logo this is. Let's go ahead and select this. Let's select our shape builder tool, and I will just put a color of black in here, and you guys can kind of tell me what I am making. Give me 1 second. Wait for it. Oh, am I just like not quite ready today? I don't even know. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. All right, cool. Yeah, this will be easy. Shape builder, just kind of connecting all of these circles. There we go. That's black, as we could see there. I'll jump in, select a different color, and this is going to be a clear giveaway too. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. What logo is this? Hey, we need to throw some type in there as well. Let's get a circle. And then type right on that line. So type on a path, click. You guessed it, BMW. Yeah, fun with brands. Take that down, adjust accordingly, make it white, move it on into place. You get the idea. Okay. How are you guys doing today, huh? Let's just rotate this way. You get it. All right. I'm moving a little slow, I'm going to be honest with you. So let's center this. Let's just rotate this back up. Let's do that. And make sure this is bold. And let me check chat. See how you guys doing. Okay, you guys got it. Your M3? Bruce, do you have an M3? I think that's one of the fancy BMWs. There we go. Super easy. We can do this one as well. This one's fun. You guys probably know what this is, but still fun to do. So we'll go in here. Maybe we'll select black. Right. And we can see how this is put together. I don't know if this is... All these lines are not fully connected. So this is, again, this logo is made up of a bunch of circles. We're going to make sure all these gaps are closed. So Command Y, we can see this one. All these lines need to actually touch because I need to close all these gaps. So all these circles actually should be... there's like 3 different sizes of circles in here, just so you know. But I do need to make sure these lines touch. Ever so slightly, like so. Those lines are touching, these lines are touching. This one's going to get a little funky down here. We're going to connect this. With this line. So I'm just kind of refining this a little bit. I know this edge has to touch this edge and then connect. So how's everyone doing? You guys doing well? Yeah, you can call it the Fibonacci circles or squares, or the golden mean or golden rectangle, or whatever you want to call it, right? I should really study up a little bit more about how this logo was made, because I typically kind of think that, like, well, some brands were made so long ago and it was such a small company, you know, there was probably not a lot that went into it. Let's be honest. They're like, well, maybe this company will survive maybe it won't. All right. So I don't know if there's a lot of actual thought that went into a lot of these brands, considering when they were created. Okay, there we go. Boom. There we go. Now we're connecting everything. Like I want to connect it. Right down here. Yeah, Shape Builder is so much fun, right? Just connecting all these little lines like so. And again, it's not perfect, but again, this is an hour-long show, and it probably took them more than an hour to create their logo. So this, again, it's not fully perfect, but you get the idea. And there's our lovely logo. Look at that. There's Apple, right? Made up of a bunch of circles. Let's go ahead and turn that. We could cut out these lines now as well. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. We did it. Again, not perfect, but we are very close, right? If I would have spent more time on this, kind of tighten up a lot of these curves. But you know, it's like, you know, most projects, it's like, you know, it only takes about, I talked about this last week, it takes about 20% of your time to do 80% of the work. And that's where I'm at now. I've done 80% of the work. And then it's going to take the other 80% of my time is going to be spent tweaking the heck out of this. So that's kind of where this is at. Get rid of that stroke. And these fun little rogue lines that are appearing right up here, this little guy. This rogue line. Oh yeah, we could find it. I always use the layer panel, and you'll be able to see all these extra little lines that I don't need. They're all right over here. So again, this might be easier to select and delete this way. Delete. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. Cool. How's everybody doing today, huh? Add the rainbow to it. Ooh, yes. Let's have some fun. I'm ready to like have some fun with this. Yeah, and Eric, you're funny. Caroline Hayes, I agree 100%. It was probably done by hand with pen and compass in the 80s. You are exactly right. That's so true. You know, we got a little bit of a lumpy apple, as we can see here. We want to also kind of jump in and simplify this. We're going to object, path. Right over here, we could simplify, enter, right? So this is automatically done. I always hit enter, but like this little auto button has already been selected. So this is what it's like initially. All these extraneous points, don't need them. Click auto. Now it's down to 21 points. And we can start to smooth it out some more as well. Smoothing it out, right? And you can see it starts to break down at some points because like this corner right here will really start to break down. Lumpy, maybe a little too smooth. So auto seems to do it because I feel like it's gets rid of most of them. There we go. We take that in a little bit more. There we are. Fairly smooth. Again, might need to smooth out this little point as well. There we go. Cool. Yeah. We could colorize this, and actually I think I have this one. This one also is somewhat lumpy as well. So, I think this is the one I made earlier, is it? Either way, let's go ahead and add a splash of color to this by throwing some gradients in here. You love the 3D Apple logos. Let's take a look at that. Apple logo. Let's see how far off we are. Okay, there we go. This is fun. Like there's this one, super easy to make, right? This is the best Apple logo we've ever made, which is 100% true at the time, right? These lovely lines. Okay, so this happens. I'm not able to sample from this. You can take this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors in here. I would like a total of 7, but let's just click 6 colors. I don't know if this is a transparent GIF or not. Okay, it eliminated one of the colors. So let's go in here. Image trace. I'm going to click on this little box right up here, and it's going to bring up the image trace panel, right? So it just gave me this black and white version. So that's not what I want. I want to go into, say, like 16 colors. So this is your image trace with actually more controls that you might need. So as I come in here, rather than only having the choice of 3, 6, and 16, I can come in here and say, hey, you know what? I need 7. I need exactly 7. We'll scroll to 7. It will make sure there's only 7 colors there. Sure enough, that's exactly what I need, right? And you have a bunch of other options in here. Since I'm only worried about color, I'm not worried about any of these curves or anything else. But that's all I'm doing, just using image trace. Let's go ahead and expand it out, right? And now we have all of our colors. We could then take this and then go to our swatches panel, right? And we can add this as a new color group. Click new color group. We'll call this Apple. And there we have our new color group with all of those colors right in there. So now this makes it pretty easy. Right, and again, I could just hit I. You get the idea. Cool. Let's make some more. You get the idea. You don't need to see me do the rest of this. The rest of this is just busy work. It's just busy work. Huh? You don't need to see me go through that whole process, do you? Or maybe you do. Maybe you guys really need to see me bring it to completion. Which I can do. Split this one again. Is that, hey, Chris Georgina's in the house. Oh yeah. What's up, buddy? I can make these all equal lines. I could have used the blend tool to make sure I get the exact number that I need that are the exact sort of same size and all that good stuff, right? But again, I'm being a little lazy today. That's okay. Let's take this. Let's actually paste it. Let's paste it behind or move it behind. This is the same for Photoshop and Illustrator. As you start moving things through the stacking order, right, we can bring them to the top or bottom. So that's what I'm doing, bringing them to the top and bottom by using the Command Shift. Open bracket brings everything to the bottom. Closing bracket brings everything to the top. So I usually switch things around like that. You probably know that already, but like, okay, put that back there, and now I can go ahead and take those and, you know, make a clipping mask. Oh, but I have 2 shapes here. Actually, you know, why am I even doing that? This little guy, what are you even doing there? Hey, we don't need you there. Just do that. You can actually see this a little bit better now, so let's just go ahead and move this into place, and then select these, and then do this, and then do this. There we are. Okay, cool, done. Let's move on. Yes, I would like to see some, man, so demanding. Just kidding. Can you show me freeform gradients now? Yeah, that's what I was thinking initially, but then I did a search and this was the first color logo to come up. There's also this glass one. You guys like the glass one? These lovely ones. Oh, here we go. So we went through 1977 to 1998, and then we get into the fun glossy ones, as we see there. And even old school, by the way. So here's their original logo with Isaac Newton and an apple, right? So again, that's fun. Did we just get boring? Is that what just happened here? Did we just get boring? I think we just got super boring right there. Okay, anyway. You could do what you want with it. Let's move on to some others. This one's easy too. We'll knock him out. Let's make it happen. Oops, already clicked the one spot I didn't need to click. Bam, 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 bam. Adobe logo, done. Let's move on. We can already see what all these are. You would know what this is, right? You guys know what this is. Right, super easy. And again, we're just using a shape builder because I thought this would be like a fun game, right? This one's just like too easy. But again, one of the most popular logos out there. I'm sure we could all agree. It is the Adidas logo. Just kidding. Bam. I don't know if you know this, like you can actually use the shape builder to colorize things as well. So yes, there are the live paint bucket, but shape builder does the same thing. So it'll just allow me to come through. And by the way, for these, if I hold down the option key, I can go ahead and remove all those lines as I just kind of chop that up, right, and clean this up like so. Get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. But what I'd honestly do in this case is select the... I would just go through and select all these lines. So again, if I click right here, I can see, okay, this is the line. I'll make sure everything else is locked down because probably have other things hanging out. And then just do a select, same, stroke, color, shoving. Oh, except for this one. Right, there we are. Oh, so again, we can smooth that out. Apparently some spots that I missed. Again, this last 20% is going to take up most of my time. That little spot right there. Oh, and this one right here. Okay. Flip those. Click, change the color. Option key to remove, clean up, clean up. Like our brains want to do. Our brains just want, we want to kind of tie up loose ends. That's what our brains telling me. Just tie it up, you know, bring the game to completion if we could. There we are. Alrighty, even better way, by the way, if you probably noticed. Yeah, let's select this object, cut it, and then get rid of all these lines. Paste, there it is. Smooth it out the same way, and we're on. New Balance. That's Adidas logo. That's right, I like your humor. All right. Again, that's more what I'm talking about. Only 8 points making up this. I bet you we could just... I don't know. I still think it would take 4 points. We could maybe get it down to 4. 5 points? Kind of lose it a little bit. But look, this already made it that much better. So we redesigned this a couple years ago, which is nice. But again, this is down to just what? 5 points? 6 points? 5 points. yeah, I'm gonna go with 6 points. There it is, Nike logo. And yeah, we can use your freeform gradient in here if we want to. Let's slap a gradient in there. Let's get rid of this one. And let's take this freeform gradient. Shabam. And then have some fun with the colors. That is Adidas logo. Yeah, the shape builder tool cuts strokes. It'll delete them. Does it cut them as well? That is good to know. I didn't know it cut them. But anyways, just having fun. Throw a splash of color in here, right, like we do. Maybe make a cool Adidas shirt or whatever. You get the idea. Let's throw some, this is where it will be like white hot, because I feel like there's a lot of motion, and this is the very tip of that motion, right? So that's where we'll have it like the hottest. At least that's what it feels like to me. Okay, and then we have our lovely rainbow Nike logo. Yeah, let's go ahead and set up an Etsy shop and sell a bunch of Nike t-shirts and totally violate all the branding. And so you're saying knock off a brand and start selling those products? You know, like something illegal? But we could make a fan site for Nike. That's one thing we can do. We could make it a fan site. This one's easy, LG. This one's super easy. So my guessing game for this one was originally like this. Let's take this. Where are my points? Command H, Command H. Okay, so let's take this. Zoop. I don't know. I couldn't really do anything with this, but you could obviously see what this is. This is the Instagram logo. There's the Instagram logo right there. Okay, this is a perfect opportunity for some of the gradients as well. So we'd use freeform gradients in here. Maybe get something even better. I don't know. Right. So the issue is these are a bunch of independent shapes, and I need parts of these to be white and parts of these to be solid. So again, we could use the shape builder tool. We can use the live paint bucket, right? So we'll just jump in here. Maybe we'll use the live paint bucket. And what's happening here in the live paint bucket, it's actually cycling through all of my colors in my swatches panel. So we can see, and it doesn't really matter now because I'm just going to go ahead and fill it right there. We'll like fill it right there. We'll fill it right there. Okay. So now we have those shapes that we want. Okay. We'll then take this, and since I used the live paint bucket, I now need to go in here and hit expand and make sure they are separate elements, ungroup them, right? And X. Does this have an outline to it as well? It does not. Okay, that's fine. There it is, at least the start. Okay, let's still ungroup these. Huh. Yeah. All right. So here we are. Yeah, can I do the original? So the issue with this is there's a bunch of colors that are actually blending together. So it would be best if I actually had a rectangle with all those gradients in there, and these points would be white. But look what I already did. I already made these colors. In here, this is actually like empty. So let's just do this. So look. Ugh. There we go. We can see that it's empty on the inside, and I actually need to fill that with white. So again, here's another case where I would use your live paint bucket. Go to, again, back up to white, or even black for now, right? Just so we could see it. But now we have that filled as well. And maybe I'll even duplicate this really fast. All right. Anyway, people, I want to make some fun logos. We will delete that, delete this, we'll take this one. Select this line, bam. Boom. Shapow. Shabam, shabam, shabam. We almost need an Instagram competitor. So I don't know if we use the same, I don't know. Do we go off of the same name, or do we make up a new sort of Instagram competitor and call it something else? Okay. All right, so anyways, here's the gradient right down here. As we can see, just clicked like so, freeform gradient. And now we can start adding all of those colors where they need to go. Let's move that over. And let's make sure we have our little reference. Wait for it. Copy. Come on, buddy. All right, so you guys get the idea. Eternogram, that works. Oh yeah, Carol's onto something. I like it. So this is what's nice about this Instagram logo. Is that basically, like, how do you identify the logo? Could this just be a shell that can be changed later on? So I really like the pumpkin spice Insta. That's awesome. But just the whole thought of having a logo that could change color, right? So that's what we want, like our MTV of logos, where we could change the color based on the season. I think that's a good idea. Okay, right up here, this needs to be the, looks like a nice blue, right? It's a little intense, right? So we should be able to bring this, here's this red. We'll just, actually we could just kind of push that over. There we go. And then right up here, there's a little bit of purple, or should be a little bit of purple. So click right there, we'll add our purple, right? Making that side. So essentially, that's exactly what we're doing. If we need more red in the center, we should be able to go in here and then grab this and pull it out. So it just starts to dominate more of that, those other colors, as you can see, right? But in general, I would say that's pretty darn close to the Instagram logo. Cool, cool. All right. Gothgram, all sorts of ideas. Grangram, oh, I love that. It's just pictures of people's grandmas. Paulstagram spooky. Outstagram. I like that too as well, Tim. Okay. We'll do this one really fast because this is my last one, as we can see. You can probably tell, or can you tell what logo this is? Right? I posted this already to Instagram, so some of you probably already know. Probably already know. All right. So anyways, yeah, let's do this really quick. Let's make sure this is unlocked. This is the last one I have to do really fast. Let's take this circle. Let's just move it off to the side. And actually, let's take this new layer, paste it. Take this. Maybe turn that off. So this is what I want, these basic components. And let's flip it. We'll start with black. We'll take this. We will go into our radial repeat. A couple different ways we could do this. Ooh, monogram. I love that too. So here's our radial repeat with our little circle. The reason I like the radial repeat is we could expand its radius all we want, and we still have control over the original shape, right? So we could have as many of these as we want, but again, we could expand this out. Oh, sorry. Just by grabbing this circle right here. So we could expand it and make it as big as we want to make it. Sorry, I'm having a hard time grabbing it. Moving that into place and then also still adjusting it. Again, it's hard to see because of the color of this layer and the color of those lines. So let's change those to green. It's still kind of hard to see. But let's go in here and we'll just edit the original. Yeah, let's make it blue. There we go. That is a little better. Make that red. Come on now. There we go. Perfect. So I can finally see this little dot. This is what I was looking for. Yeah. Nailed it, Frank. Oh, Jan nailed it. All right, you guys got it. Cool. I'm going to scrub this up a lot. A lot. Right? And with it selected, let's jump in here to options. Repeat options. Because I've scaled this up to where there's basically 100 or 300 if I want to. 300 repeating items in here. So that's what I have. And I have the size of it. So I could take that down numerically if I want to. So you can control it if you find this a little bit easier. Okay. Again, we'll make this. Does it go higher? Oh, it only goes as high as 100. Oh, I just discovered that. What is that all about? Oh, I want more. All right, but let's go ahead and control the sides. You guys guessed it already. Bam. I'm so surprised I can only do 100. Oh, there we go. Like, okay, well, this doesn't make any sense. I just scrolled this up again. Look at, there's so many in there right now, right? But I could still control it. And let's jump in. Let's change this to white since you guys already guessed what it is. Change that to white. We'll jump back out. We'll change this to the green, which I absolutely just like. I'm kind of into. I'm into the Spotify green. Right down here. There it is. Oh, yeah. There it is. You guessed it. Copy, paste. Take this second one, bring it in. Zoop. Right there. Take this one, copy, paste on top, bring it in. Like so. And yes, I could measure this and spend more time with it. But you know what? I'm kind of lazy today. I'm not really that lazy. But you get the idea. Okay, so here's the final one. Let's make sure this has, oh yeah, this is what I also did. Once this was done, we can duplicate this layer to make sure we have like the original content, but then we can take this and expand it. So we could expand it out, and then we do the same thing in here. We would simplify it, and then we'd smooth it out. So let's just go to simplify. Sorry, I meant combine, so, and then smooth. So that's what we're doing right here. Just smooth it out. Done. All right, you get the idea. Come on, coffee. My coffee is cold, and I must have broken my mug somehow. I would love to do a music one. Can we do a music one? I think a music one would be more fun, and that was my last one. So right down here, we're going to do, if you don't mind, we'll do Musify. Why not? Is that okay? Or some music-based app. I could use the smooth tool as well. That would help out a lot. If you guys have any other ideas, that'd be great. Yeah, music one sounds like fun because we could deal with a speaker type icon. We could deal with waves, right? In fact, and this is another thing I would do. I'd jump out here. I would go to, oh, I have it bookmarked. Why am I even scratching my head when I could just go out here to like, go to logo book. So if you want to get inspiration, there's plenty of things out there. So like, look at this. Oh, I love this idea. Like this alone is just a cool idea for a music app. Like I like the idea. And again, this is what I do. You just like do some research, look around. Maybe you don't want to be influenced by other things. That's fine. But I like the idea of it like radiating like music coming like you're in. So this is what I'm thinking. Instead of having Spotify, you're looking at the side of a sound wave. But what if you're looking directly down the center of a sound wave? So it's coming at you. And so the whole idea of like this 3D sound, and maybe that's what it is. It's 3D sound, huh? Should we call it that? Let's make some 3D sound. How are we going to do this? I don't know. I thought you guys would know. Help me. Let's go in here and I don't know. I just like the idea of this. Take this. And again, a lot of my ideas are horrible. But that's why I have you guys here. You guys like the brain trust of design. But let's take this, and we just want this to be a repeating shape. Surfing on sound waves. Sounds good. Let's go into distort and transform. When I look at this, I think this is the most boring, like, filter. Is that what we're calling them? Effect. Sorry. They're filters in Photoshop. Transform just seems boring. Oh, transform. Oh, you want to bend it? Yeah. No, this is so powerful. Like, we'll take this transform effect. And this is what's cool about it, is the copies. We'll type in 20 in here just to get us started. We will scale it down, 95. And we'll do 5%. And I need to move the center position here. I'm just kind of thinking out loud on this. Or not out loud. Because even right in here for transform effect, there's this random. If you ever want to place a bunch of things randomly around, yeah, that's it. All right, we'll turn that off. We're transforming everything. We're adjusting from that center point. Let's do, so we go 360. Let's do 36. And then let's do 10. And now we have it spinning 360 degrees. Okay? Still not quite that cool. Okay. We'll click OK. We're going to change this a little bit more. We're going to go into stroke. We're going to give this a dashed line. Okay, so we want it to get smaller. So we're going to go to dashed line. And we can start changing the dash and the gap. And already it's looking better. So what if we change this to 10 or 5? We're changing the gaps. Let's go to 30. The dash I want to be 6, and the gap, make that 30. Anyways, I'm just playing with this. Okay, there we go. This is literally what you do. You jump in and you start playing with all this. What if the stroke had a slight curve? Awesome. Chris, you're the man. Right? It needs to have a lot more motion, a lot more things happening with it. But I love that idea. Right? Because again, sound is organic, right? I agree. I usually use my direct selection tool. If we roll over it, we get the curvature tool. So we grab that and just kind of curve it out. I just find that's like easiest. And Chris Georginas, this is why this is why you get paid the big bucks. You get paid the big bucks for things like that. So let's scale this up. Yeah, start to play with this some more. This is what takes the most time. All these little details. Dash. Let's take this to 0. There we go. We take the dash down to 0. So we're saying, hey, don't make it any thicker. It's going to make it a perfect circle of 6 point. And yeah, I don't know if you guys like that, but they are perfect little circles, and they should actually get smaller. So what if we want them to get smaller? You ready for this, Chris and Garth and everyone? Checking the time. We want them, and this is good, by the way. So let's actually move this off to the side just so we can compare it. Sort of the start. Let's move this over here. And this is really simple, right? We want the dots to get smaller. This is all just one line. So what do? We'll go right up here and we'll change this width profile to be thin on one end. So we'll click right there, and now we have it going from thick to thin. Remember, it's just a bunch of dots, and then we have it getting like smaller as it goes toward the center. Right? So again, easy way to do that, and we can still control the thickness, so we can do something like that. So now we have 2, we can kind of debate over all we want. It's starting to look like a wing. Right, so this is what do? We create a third one. We end up with like 2,500. In the end, 2,500. Yeah, you guys got it. Stroke width. Sammy, all right. All right. I'm not crazy with how small this gets. This gets really small really fast. So let's go into transform and just play with this stuff. 98, 98. There we go. We make it a little bit bigger. Is that working? Do we need to space this out? Welcome to our lives as like designer, tweaking these like little details and gradually making it worse. Do you guys ever do that? Like you'll make it worse and then you'll be like, and then you just realize, oh, you just end up back where you started. That's when you know you're on the right track. Yeah, it goes through thick and thin. Just to kind of reiterate, let's move this off to the side. Let's get rid of the transform, and this is the original line, is that. Okay, problem with, yeah, it does look like a bird. Oh, that's kind of cool, John. Thanks for joining us, John. So the question, and it looks like a shell. I'm getting all sorts of things now here. You know, do we need to throw a gradient on it? All right, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know, I thought you guys were here to help me. I don't know what to do. Is it getting to be too much? Probably. Did you just make it worse, Paul? Yeah, I think so. It's so bad. Let's reverse. It's still horrible. Anyway. So we could do a lot with this. I'm not crazy about the color. We're going to go back to black. I don't know if this is really working. Right? But again, this is like one idea. Just one. I don't know. Can you record actions? That is a great question, and the answer is yes, you can record actions. So you can do the same thing over and over, just like you can in Photoshop, right in here, make it a default action, hit record, and again, it's very particular, but if I wanted to apply the same motions and things to something, actions honestly are less important in Illustrator since you can change the original source item. At least in this case, you can. Everything is vector, which means everything can be changed at any point in time. So in Photoshop, you have to repaint those pixels. So you can't go back to the original stroke and change it. So anyway, but yes, you can. All right, let's go out there. We could get inspired because literally we just like looked at this and said, hey, something like this might be cool. Bird shells, all musical. Oh, yeah, Chris, let's just act like we thought of that in the very beginning, right? That we were like, oh yeah. That was our original intention. Yes, it needs to kind of look like a bird, a songbird, and a shell. You can hear the ocean through it. Both sort of natural musical elements. And let's move on. Okay. Another thing we work on is a sound wave. I'll just hit N. I don't know. I'm just going to try something else really fast. So pencil, we'll make sure this is set to smooth. We'll draw a line like so. Okay, so we kind of have a little bit of a sound wave already. Let's draw a second one that goes kind of opposing. And then let's take these two and blend them. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to find out together. Let's go into the stroke. We'll just increase this gap because I think it just looks better with this like larger gap. We'll reverse them. Gosh. Okay, so this is how you reverse them. Object, path, reverse, path direction. Now they're going the correct direction in my mind. And let's smooth it out. Simplify. Smooth it out. There we go. We want very few points. And then let's blend these two. Actually, let's change the color, then we'll blend these two together. This is already looking like a longer logo, but we'll just kind of get this started and we'll see if we can make something out of this. Or maybe it's not going to be anything. Maybe it's too boring. It's such a basic, such a basic thing, I think. But anyways, there those two are. Let's blend them. Select the blend tool. Click, click. And yeah, I don't know. But, I kind of had to try something like this. Because why not? Thoughts? Bad idea, Chris? Chris, you're secretly my art director. But again, just fun to play with as we kind of get into this idea. So there you go. Ooh, rhythm of DNA. I like it. I feel like one should be higher than the other, so. So this one, I would make this 20. And maybe this one smaller. There we go. Anyway, just trying ideas. So we have two logos. We can take a circle, have some fun with it. All right, Kyle T. Webster is going to have a masterclass today. Kyle, good to see ya. My coworker. And hopefully you're doing fantastic. I'm getting down to my last 4 minutes. Now, even before you start just even pushing pixels or vectors around, you need to really take a step back and say, hey, you know what? How does this match up to, say, the Spotify logo, right? This one's going to break down really fast if we're viewing this on a mobile phone. So we need to just be aware of all of these things as we take a look at it. Now, what might be fun with these curves, is because these curves could easily make the M, as in our Musify logo. So, yeah, is this basically an M is what I'm getting at. So that's what I'd want to do, is make sure this sort of looks like an M and you can kind of tell that it is. And that's the idea here. So, hey, I'm a Kyle T. Webster super fan as well. What a coincidence. That's awesome. I'm a Kyle super fan. Here's what we did, just a recap for Kyle and everyone else. Let's kind of zoom out. Hold on. Command Option 0. Here's all the logos we made. We started redesigning or making a new music type logo down here. But this is what we made, kind of starting with nothing but lines. And again, I guess I like this type of logo that is a shape that can easily be recognized, and then you can start changing it over time, right? Just like the Apple logo. They're like, hey, we have the basic shape. Let's go ahead and change it over time to different things. This is the sort of 89 to 98 Apple logo, right? And we could even do the same thing with like the Adobe logo. So taking that, do we actually change it? Over the course of time would be nice. Do we give it like different colors and stuff? But that's the Adobe Red, which is what I'm wearing as well, which is what I bleed, Adobe Red. That got morbid really fast. But you get the idea. Hopefully you guys like this. I like the idea of creating logos. I think we should take current brands and make new ones. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll pick one next time. But yes, thanks everybody. As Steve is warning me the banhammer is coming. And we have a full day, so Masterclass coming up next. I got a Photoshop Masterclass. Kyle Webster, this is Masterclasses all day today. So thanks so much, Frank, to Jan. You guys are too kind and my good friends and coworkers, so we'll see you all soon. Thanks so much for watching.